All right, everyone, here we go with the November 2023 thank you reading. I do these every month, of course. There's a whole playlist of these. And thank anybody that's ever given me a nickel for anything I do around here, whether it's extended purchases or donations or just chucking nickels at my house. Whatever it is, thanks. I appreciate it. This reading is for you. I'm not pulling on a runner. I'm not pulling on the incoming energy. I asked the universe, what do you want to tell my viewers? Straight up. I got a pre-shuffle here. This is just the surface energy. I think you're going to like this. You know, sometimes these readings are a bit of a wild card. They can go either way, but this is all right. I think most of you, so assuming you're not in 8 swords and trapped in your own head, are going to thrive nicely in the month of November. All right. That being said, in case I forget to say it at the end, thank you. This is your reading. All right, here we go. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. Right? Well, definitely if you're at this reading, you're here for a reason. You threw nickels at my house. That was all right. It's timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. You're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. But I pulled on the month of November as a whole for you. And what I've got here, just on the surface energy, is the Emperor crossed by the Tower. Okay, there's a lot of energy here in this surface energy because there's a lot of different people watching. Okay, so I'm going to try to just pull it down the middle here a little bit. All right, I think you're going to be surprised here in the month of November. I think you're going to, some of you may have an Emperor show up and that surprises you, but this is more about you. I'm pulling on you, and I think you're going to be surprised. You're going to surprise yourself this month about over the things that you take control over. There's a control aspect here on the Emperor energy that's reflecting. I think I think you are. I think you're going to surprise yourself at what you're capable of with this King of Pentacles here. You're going to surprise yourself at how open you are this month, open to change, to reinventing yourself, making some serious transitions. I got a Tower and Judgment just in the confines of the pre-shuffle. And bookending the Emperor to get even better is the Ace of Swords. It's a reconciliation of self energy. It's a lot of healing through truth. There's some truths that come your way. I think these truths are about you, about who you are and what you're actually capable of. I think a good number of you, like most people, underestimate themselves a little bit. This month is going to show you what you're made of. And so far, what I'm seeing in the pre-shuffle here is you're made of some serious shit. Open, honest, I mean, there's a lot of stability, starting over, a willingness to reinvent yourself is sort of the energy here I get off Judgment. All right, this is nice. There is also a lot of communication coming your way, okay? Stuff you may not expect to hear. People you may not expect to hear from, things you may not expect to figure out when you're having a talk with yourself. All right, it's all, the whole month of November segues perfectly from the month of October. So it's, you know, it really is sort of it's one of those months. I hope you read my write-up for the month of November. I hope you read my write-up for the month of October too. All right, let's go. Let's pull 3 cards and a bottom card for you. That is an incredible pre-shuffle. That is someone who is different in a very positive way from at the end of the month from who they were going into November. Okay? That is something. You're getting back on the freeway of your own life, right? You hit the on-ramp in October. You hit the road, you hit the ground running in November, for sure. Let's go. At least according to the energy anyway. You know, again, your free will. If you're trapped in 8 swords, this might be delayed for you a little bit. Keep that in mind. All right, come on now. Let's go. Let's okay. All right. Bottom card, 9 swords. The environmental energy is 9 swords. It's the aspect of 9 swords where 9s are the end in tarot, right? It's the end of worrying about things and the beginning of doing things about the things we're worried about or the things that make us anxious. It is a bit of that. Fueling that is the 7 of Pentacles. Again, it's been a long time coming. It's a bit of divine timing energy. These 2 cards tie together. You can see the background colors are the same. Background color is energy. You're an energy reader. Right there you can see color. Right? You're an energy reader. You're picking up on it. It's surface level energy, but you can see that the cards go together. Right? Time to put down this Stop worrying about nonsense, and you take care of business. It's nice. And what are those changes? I don't know. It's different for all of you. I said there's a massive amount of energy in that pre-shuffle. Some of you are ending old bad habits. Mostly it's just a way of living, a way of looking at the world, the way you look at other people, the way you look at things that have happened to you. That Ace of Swords had a lot of energy around it. Thousands of different things. But it's all very good. It's very, very positive. It really is. All right, 3 cards. 3 wands. See? I'm making this shit up. 9's of the environmental energy. Everything I said is right. It's time. Stop anxious. Stop thinking about it. Stop planning it. Stop whatever it start doing. It's right here. It's not a 2 of wands where we're planning and setting the intention. No, this is it. You can see where you're going now. And I think you start on that journey. I do. Yeah, I'm not playing. It's the Hermit. Yep. See, this is the energy of reflecting off of this is soul energy. The soul doesn't worry. It doesn't have fear, right? It knows who it is. Your job in this life is to find out what it has to tell you. Find out who you are. To, make your mistakes, learn your lessons, keep your heart chakra open, all that fun stuff. You're doing that here. You're definitely doing that here. You're coming out of a phase of this on varying levels for all of you. It's not as bad as it seems. I know it's a discombobulated critter there, but for some of you, this is very mild. You've been in the planning stage on something or whatever. It's time to roll with it. And you worry about the details and the nonsense and all that. What's red with 3 wands? 3 pentacles. See? There you go. I ain't making this stuff up. It's right there. No, it really is. It's a new beginning. It's a solid new beginning. You know exactly where you're going. I think a lot of you figure out exactly what you're made of this month. That's a good way to phrase that energy in the pre-shuffle. I like that. And I think you surprise yourself. I also think a good number of you are surprised by what others think of you or what they say when they come towards you, or just that there's communication from them. Some of you, there's definitely an element of that in that pre-shuffle as well. But these cards, as we go deeper, show someone who really surprises themselves. You really know where you're going. You're building new partnerships, new friendships, new love relationships. It's all very rock solid. Why? Because you know where you're going. You know where you've been. You know where you're going. It's a theme that's been coming up in the energetic weather updates. It's nice to see it showing up here too when I pull directly on you. All right, fine. I'm going to pull on the Hermit. Let's go. Tell me about the Hermit. Tell me more about the Hermit. We're going to talk to the witches. All right? Why not? Right? It's Halloween time kind of thing. Well, we're a little past it, but it's Halloween time. Why not talk to the witches? Let's go. The Kermit. It's kind of what I'm calling it. I almost said that when I said I'm going to pull on the Hermit. I almost said the Kermit. That's very interesting. I wonder why. I don't know. Maybe there's something about Kermit the Frog. I don't know. Or maybe it was just me looking at the font and going, it looks like a K instead of an H. I have no idea. Why is the Kermit here? We'll just call it that for this reading. Why not? Tell me about Kermit. Well, what color is Kermit? Right? He green, right? Okay. All right. So are you. Right there. The Empress crossing this. You are the shit this month. Honestly, God, I think I have not seen, this is unreal. You are the shit. If you honestly just let this energy happen to you. There's a lot going on this month. The 11/11 portal, a very powerful Scorpio new moon, an incredibly powerful Scorpio season. We talked about it all through the monthly readings. The environmental energy around this is Empress energy. Yeah, I believe it. I think you guys surprise yourself quite a bit. I do. I think you're capable of some pretty amazing new beginnings here this month. I would say it again. You're different at the end. You go into December far different than you came into November. Something has changed. Some kind of change has happened. Some way of living, some bad habits, some lifestyle changes, whatever it is. Location changes, maybe job change. I don't know. All right, make your own decisions. But all right, what's on top here? So yeah, 6 of Pentacles. Your status changes here because of this energy. It has to. You're radiating this energy, okay? Your status changes in some way. Why is the 6 of Pentacles here? The Knight of Wands, yeah. You're moving on down new roads. You're moving in new directions that might freak you out. This requires some bravery. This is a brave knight, okay? Yeah, you're moving in new directions. Within yourself, or both internally and externally, I think, right? Going down roads you never thought possible. I think, again, I can't say it enough, as a good general way to take this energy for a large number of people living different lives with different situations. The best thing I could say is this month you really surprise yourself. You get to see what you're made of and you like what you see. Okay? Unless you're someone stuck in 8 swords, then you're not quite at this 9 swords yet. This 9 swords here that was originally crossing the Hermit implies you have to have gotten past 8 swords. You get here to 9 swords, where 9s are the end in tarot, there's nothing stopping you. Alright? You just take actions, brave, impulsive actions possibly. Whatever it is. You're moving in different circles, going down different roads for sure. You're going in new directions. It's a ship has come in type energy here on the Three of Wands. And it's because of changes you're making, right? We do that all the time. I mean, the free will decisions we make, look at it as something like how long we live, for example, right? If left alone, you might be somebody that lives till 90, let's say, okay? But as we go through life, we make free will decisions. For some reason, when you're 30, you start sucking down a pack of Camels a day and drinking a few shots every night, right? Well, that knocks that 90 potential down because of your free will decisions. Now, maybe you only make it to 67 and the last few years aren't that great because you're not feeling too well, kind of a thing. Whereas if you hadn't made the decision to do all that stupid shit, you had 90 at the end of your timeline, right? So people's energy, how much they have left in their energy tank is determined by the free will decisions they make. What I'm saying here with this reading is you're making certain decisions that are changing your course for the better. For the better. Okay? So keep that in mind. All right. Here we go. All right. Three of Wands. Why is it here? That's what we do. We come in with a set amount of energy. And most people fuck it up with things that sap their energy. Stress saps energy. You know, that's something. You know, how you look at things will determine how stressed you are about things. You know, are you someone that worries about shit all the time? Worry, I always tell you, is a wasted energy. It is. It's sucking up your energy quite a bit. It's like driving around with weights in your trunk. You might have a car that gets 40 miles to the gallon, but it doesn't get 40 miles to the gallon with 200 pounds in the trunk. 200 pounds in the trunk is stress, right? You might be somebody who could live to be 100, but if you're too stressed out as you go through life, you suck up all that energy and you end up croaking at 70. Ask anybody that's ever lived. They always ask the people that have lived to be 100 or 105, any advice for everybody out there. Yeah, they all say the same goddamn thing. It's like they only needed to ask one. They all say, don't sweat the small stuff. That's the main thing they say. It really is. And, you know, I always took that advice. I don't really stress about stuff too much. Me, I just kind of flow with it. That's why I always tell you, go with it. Anyway, Three of Wands, I'm still shuffling. I'm running out of fun things to tell you. But a lot of people don't realize that our life energy is a gas tank. Think of it like a gas tank. And if you can drive the car like a maniac and press the gas pedal like crazy and do all kinds of stupid shit, but you're going to burn the gas faster. You're going to burn the energy. Well, most people do. They completely screw up. They end up burning up their tank long before it's time. It's crossed by 3 swords, that Three of Wands. That's fitting. Environmental, you're moving away from it. Three of Wands is about looking in new directions. I said you're going down new roads. You're moving away from this. You're moving away from this. And you see a way out of it. Okay? And it's because of the free will choices you're making this month. So make those choices carefully. You can't make them under 8 swords. That's why I said if you're someone who's under 8 swords, this is future influence for you. 8 swords is you're going nuts, you're sitting in a corner crying. Even while you're listening to this video, you're crying in a corner with a bottle of whiskey next to you. I don't want to believe it, Steve. You said, you know, no. Okay? You can't make decisions. And you in the 9 swords, you kind of snap out of it. And once that happens, you start making the right free will decisions. You start taking actions that you know, maybe haven't, maybe dilly-dallied on a bit. What's on top there? Two of Wands. Let's see, it's an escalation. The Two of Wands is on top of the Three of Wands. We're past setting the intention. You've been in the Two of Wands. You're moving into the Three of Wands stage, which takes you to a new attitude, a new way of building things, a new way of looking at life. Much stronger, solid structure, much better use of your gas tank of energy. You get better energy mileage going forward. Why is the Two of Wands here? The Seven of Cups. Yeah, it's vacillation. It's round and round, never really making a decision, not sure which way to go. You are sure which way to go here this month. I said it already around this Three of Wands. You know exactly where you're going, and when you know exactly where you're going, it's a hell of a lot easier to get there, right? It's pretty hard. I mean, think about what I just said. It's pretty hard to get where you're going when you don't know where you're going, right? All right. And remember what I said. I teach you guys, while I'm shuffling, I try to teach you guys a little bit about energy, being the energy reader guy, or what my friends call the energy guy, right? You got a gas tank of it. Just like a car, it gets miles per gallon. But a lot of the cars now have this, they tell you how many miles you have left on your tank and things like that, or your mileage and what you're doing, the little digital readout, right? If you could go ahead, try, experiment with it. Your life works the same way. Go ahead and drive like a maniac. Push the gas in, jackrabbit starts. You'll watch that number drop on how many miles you have left on your tank. It's the same thing as the examples I gave you of people that drain their energy, be it stress or drinking too much or smoking too much. Those are all free will decisions. A baby don't come out of the womb with a cigarette in its mouth and a beer in its hand, unless it's on the cover of Van Halen's 1984. But aside from that, you know, those are free will decisions we make as we go forward. And stress as well, you know. All right. Three of Pentacles. Nobody makes a good decision when they're stressed out. This is a month that alleviates stress. All you got to do is allow it to. That's all. All you got to do is allow it. There's a lot of soul here. That Hermit was crossed by the Empress. I think you guys really surprised yourselves this month. I think a lot of you are going to be thriving for sure. Very, very, going into December, very different than you were coming into this month. Even if you've already made some changes, it gets better as you go through this month. Okay? Three of Pentacles. Why is it here? Tell me about the Three of Pentacles. These new foundations, these new partnerships. The Knight of Wands energy is tied to this. Okay? And this is talking more about your status changing. Some of you are going to have more coin to play with. Some of you will. Absolutely. No doubt about that. But I think for a lot of you, it's emotional coin. It's that energy that's, well, I'll rephrase and say I think this card indicates as well, you get kind of a refill on your tank a little bit. Or at least you're getting better gas mileage out of your energy tank. Life mileage, we'll call it. Right? Three of Pentacles. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. A lot of threes in this reading. Three of Wands crossed by the Three of Swords, which is all tied to Three Pentacles. Lots of threes here. All right, and here we go. Wow, look at this. It's crossed by, it's not a three. It's crossed by the Queen of Wands. All right? I believe isn't the Empress a three or no? Is that? I forget. I forget what, it might be. I have no idea. I completely forget. I don't usually go the numerology on the cards. I remember a few key ones, like Wheel of Fortune's a 10, that kind of thing. But if the Empress is a 3 as well, I don't know, you know, but I'm not sure. Anyway, who cares what I'm sure of? It doesn't matter. The Empress energy was there. Take it, whatever number it is. The Queen of Wands is crossing the Three of Pentacles. All right. This is someone who's moving away. Again, just like you're moving away from the Three of Swords, this Three of Wands energy comes over here because they're red together. Like you're moving away from the Three of Swords, right? Making the decisions. You're moving away from anything superficial. You're building on solid foundations, but also the environmental energy around you makes you very attractive, okay? And that's good. That's good for opportunities coming to you. I tell you the same thing I told Sagittarius in their monthly reading for November. Just remember, all that glitters isn't gold, and don't succumb to flattery, all right? When you got all kinds of offers coming at you, they get more and more flattering towards you as they go. All right, so keep that in mind. But yeah, that's nice. What's on top? Yep. Look at. You want proof? I'll show you. Another 3. Man, what is with the 3s? This is like the angel number reading here. What the hell is going on? Let me dig. There's a 3. 3. I'm just hold on a second here. Hold on a moment. Let me see what's going on here. I'm just flipping through. That's all. That's all I'm doing. Okay. It's unreal. There are a whole bunch of 3s still. 3 of Pentacles on top of 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, you are. Lots of offers coming your way and a lot to choose from. A lot more choices than you've had before. And they're easy choices to make because you're in a nice energy. Why is the 3 of Pentacles here? The 6 of Swords. What did I just say? You're in a nice energy. You're moving on to calmer waters. I mean, it's nice. Again, it's nice. I don't know how else to phrase this. I know people sometimes want me to pinpoint things. Okay? I think I can't because there's too many people watching. All I can do is take the energy and phrase it into advice or teach you about energy. And I've done kind of both of that here. But the main thing to remember here is the free will decisions that we make determine how much energy we have left in our energy gas tank and how smooth our life is, how things go, how stable things are. A lot of people in this world make superficial decisions. They judge books by its cover. They buy something because it's pretty, right? And that doesn't matter whether it works or not, right? They buy things because it's pretty. I got a friend who did that once. I think I said it one time in a reading. Had this, I think it was a Camaro or something like that. But anyway, it ran like shit. It was a piece of shit. But rather than have the engine fixed, he took it and had it painted and all done up and everything like that. I said, what the fuck are you doing? This thing runs like crap. He said, yeah, but at least if I'm broken down on the freeway, I'll look good. He was serious. I mean, it's completely backward logic. It's complete nonsense, but that's how most people, and I say most, live their damn life. They're more worried about appearances than anything else. They'll go into debt up to their fucking eyeballs to buy something they can't afford just to impress other people, just so other people get the impression. Other people who also judge a book by its cover, only read the cover, only see the surface energy, will think that they're loaded. You know, those kinds of things. I'm telling you. Here in Los Angeles, it's funny, I have seen Ferraris parked in parking garages of shitty apartments. I mean, it's like, go get yourself a fucking nice house, man. Who gives a fuck if you got a Ferrari? What are you doing? It's crazy. But you're moving past that. You're seeing through the superficial. You're making solid choices here with 3 of Pentacles on top of 3 of Pentacles and making some changes. Those free will decisions are important this month. Very important. You can't make them if you're stuck in 8 swords. The 9 swords here, this is most of you. You're coming to an end. You're realizing, you're able to see very clearly. I think the Ace of Swords is playing a role in that with a lot of epiphanies, a lot of communications with yourself. But ultimately, I think you guys surprise yourselves this month at what you're capable of. What you're capable of actually changing and controlling. Taking control of your life, but controlling within your life. That Emperor talked about that in the pre-shuffle. I hope this reading was helpful. I've done my best. Okay? I hope at least it gives you some food for thought about that energy gas tank that we all get going into life. Okay? Sometimes it's a 10-gallon tank, sometimes it's a 20-gallon tank. Either way, it's best not to waste that energy. Stress, waste it. Stupid free will decisions, waste it going down the wrong paths, just like it wastes the gas in your car. If you're driving down the freeway and you go, oh my God, I'm going to go check out what's down here. You go check out what's down there. It turns out to be a dead end. It's all negative. It's a bad neighbor. You just wasted gas. Now you got to get the gas to come back. You're going to be able to go a lot less down that freeway. Keep that in mind. We all have a set amount of energy. Don't waste it on stupid shit. Don't waste it worrying about what other people think about you or whatever. I think you're figuring out a lot of what I'm saying here this month. You're definitely moving in new circles and moving down roads. You're moving very fast down a road maybe you were supposed to be on the whole time, for sure. So there's a lot of soul, and you got that Empress energy radiating. It's fantastic. It's terrific energy. Let's see if there's anything else it wants to tell you. It's a thank you reading. So randomly at the bottom here, as I pick up the light seer, is a tower. Again, I think you exit this month a different person than you were when you went into it, even if you've already made some changes. All right. Let's see if there's anything else. Give me one card and a crossing card. What else you want to tell everybody? All right. A lot of people don't realize it. A lot of people don't realize some of the things I've said about energy here. All right, here we go. That's why I don't stress about anything. I don't want to waste my gas. Only get one tank. You don't get to stop at the station and fill up. You don't get more. It's just the one tank. All right, here we go. Let's see where we go. There's a big sign on the freeway. It says, next gas station, next rest stop, next lifetime. All right, here we go. One card, the crossing card. What else you want to tell everybody? Wow, I love the crossing card already. It's a fool. All right. I said it already. Just backing up my whole reading. Your movement, your status changes in some way. Probably internally more than anything else. You're using your gas tank a little wiser. You're moving down roads you haven't been down before. You really are. What's the top card? The Sun. Yeah. The Sun, the happiest card in the deck. The last message the universe had for you for November was the Sun crossed by the Fool. All right. I mean, the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. You're moving in the right direction. By the time this month is over, if this reading applies to you and you're not someone in 8 Swords, you're going to have to, I can't help you get out of 8 Swords. You got to get out of it yourself. But by the time all of this happens, by the time the end of the month comes, and all of this, you're on the right path. Okay? It's part of the realignment, energetic realignment that we're all going through right now. Everybody getting put back on the right road, reset, and then we go. You can still fuck it up. I can take you, point you to the right road, and you can still fuck it up with your free will decisions. But by the end of the month, you know, again, I'm not a time lord. You're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. It could be next month. But we'll just say, by the end of the month, by the end of this energy's reign around you, you're moving on the right path. And you're moving in directions you have never gone before. These 2 cards back up everything I said. That is your reading. Again, thank you. For anybody that's getting the extendeds or making donations, it is greatly appreciated. It really is. I hope this reading was helpful. Yeah, this is a great month. It's a great time. I can't even put into words how great that energy is and the pre-shuffle. I'd watch this reading again. That pre-shuffle was spectacular. That energy of control that was around that Emperor is very important. I think I could sum it up also by saying you take control of your life here. Okay? And that alone puts you on the right path. It always does when you're in control of things. All right? Especially if you're someone who has felt out of control. All right? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. Remember, there's a whole playlist of these on my channel page, and they're all timeless. All right. All right. Good luck, and again, thank you.